game's work machine is right over here. Check it out.
You need those tablets if you're to find...
What do you think you're doing, blundering around here and interrupting my precious sleep? You lost or something?
Just looking for a story. I hear that you once had big dreams of striking it rich.
Whatever dreams I had have been lost under the sands.
Then why stay? Why stick it out in the desert?
I owe it to my wife. She's gone now, but the one thing she valued more than her own life is still out there, in that desert. If I could just get it back, I'd be gone from here and never look back.
What could be so important?
Her arithmometer. Back when she was alive, back when we still had our shop, my wife was in charge of keeping the books. I never was good at numbers. But my wife, Monica, she lived by that arithmometer. We're gonna have great sales this month. Next month will be the one for us. Plugging numbers into that silly thing of hers. All with the most joyous smile you've ever seen. That smile of hers. That was my real treasure. And then one day those monsters stole my treasure away from me. Everything ended. My business, my life. I lost Monica and her smile. Now the only wares I have to sell to anyone are regret and despair.
I see. I'm sorry. Do you really think you'll be able to move on if you find your wife's memento, though?
Sure as the desert's dry. If I could just find that arithmometer for her, I'd be done with this place in a heartbeat.
Light, do you think that's the arithmometer Monica left behind? Why don't you go ahead and give it to him?
This is my wife's. I'd know it anywhere. The arithmometer that she so loved.
You've got your wife's memento back, so now you can leave the desert anytime you want. Isn't that right?
Like I've got any place else to go. Anyway, it would have been better if you'd just never found it. I want to say goodbye to the desert where my wife died. But I don't want to leave the desert where she lived. Don't you see? Now what am I supposed to do?
That's up to you. And if you can't figure it out yourself, well, then why don't you just think about what your wife would have wanted for you?
What Monica would have wanted is she always wanted me to make it out here as a merchant. Me and my shop. She wanted to help me achieve my dream of striking it rich.
I guess you have your answer. If you're going back into business, how about I be your first customer?
Yeah, I'd like that. After all, I owe you. You brought me back. You brought our dream back to life. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thank you kindly.
Adamus' sands. There should be a tablet here. The giant fal'Cie Adamus. Under orders from Pulse, it toiled endlessly.
Take this!
Yet now it finally rests. I imagine even it has heard the will of God, who has decreed the end of this world.
Final, real challenge. Take this!
Eyes to the future.
Get back to where you belong.
This'll do.
Take this! Yeah! Take this!
I like the challenge.
Now's your chance!
Eyes to the future.
No way! Take this! Get back to where you belong.
Is that all you got?
Go to hell.
What's done is done.
You think you can beat me?
I am the holy beast. Make 'em dance.
fire in you, son!
Ah, there you are. Well, well. Did you drink my nectar? How did it work?
It didn't. Nothing happened. Bad or good.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. It appears that by mixing the poisons, rather than creating a new effect, they simply neutralized each other.
Well, it was kind of refreshing, but the effect was pretty subtle. It didn't lift curses or cure wounds.
Refreshing! That would suggest a positive influence on your state of mind, just as I anticipated. I still believe my theory is sound. It is a simple matter of tweaking the ratios of the recipe. I'll make another batch right now.
You want me to test it again?
Of course I do. An alchemist does not give up the search for truth because of one little setback. No, science must plow forward through stormy seas no matter what, and you will join me on this journey of discovery. There, my new and improved concoction. I believe it will be especially effective in curing the effects of poison. Nectar Mark II. Use it in your next battle and then return and tell me how wonderful it is.
A little sandbird told me what you've been up to. You've been busy, haven't you? But is it true? Is old Ramon open for business again?
All I did was help him get back onto his feet.
Helping him at all is more than enough. The world's a pretty hard place to live in these days. You don't see a lot of people helping each other out. If there were more good eggs like you around, maybe this place wouldn't have ended up the ghost town that it is.
Someone's gotta be the first to start. Why not you?
Why? Because I'm a ruthless, greedy salesman. I don't do a thing if there's no profit in it.
Are you sure? For someone who claims to be a ruthless salesman, you look pretty happy to hear about your rival's return.
That's ridiculous. He'll be out of business again in a week, I'll bet. If he does manage to cut it somehow, a competitor might help me stay on my toes. I'll say this, my wares and my service will both be better than ever.
I certainly hope so. Don't let me down now.
Don't let your guard down! Is that all you got?
you can beat me, we'll all be reborn. Do it.
Get back to where you belong. Get back to where you belong.
I am a heavy beast.
Go to hell. We need to show the tourists.
I've lived for so long.
Dude, you know the magic word?
Come on, step right up.
That's it. Knock him out.
Poor souls who gather in Busan. 5 days in a row I lay it.
So, did you try my new nectar? Did it have any effect?
Yes, it really did.
Ah, that is wonderful news.
Except the effect wore off too quickly. It has to last longer to be really useful.
A simple matter. For the purposes of the experiment, I deliberately reduced the potency, in case of side effects, you see. It will be the work of mere seconds to mix a more concentrated and potent version. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. This latest iteration I have named Miracle Nectar. Drink it to soothe your soul and restore your psyche, meaning it will free you from curses, leaving you mentally prepared to face any foe.
I don't believe you. That's what you said the first version was supposed to do, but it didn't do a thing.
I forget that you are a mere layperson and need things spelled out. On that occasion, I was referring to the goal of my research. Now I am presenting the results. Anyway, do try it. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing all about it. your guard down. Promise to the future. Now, you surprised. Get back to where you belong. Let's do it. Is that all you got? You think you can beat me? You think you can beat me? I like a challenge. You think you can beat me? So I tried your latest concoction. It worked well. Better than I was expecting. That is most gratifying to hear. Then the name was well chosen. Miraculously, the miracle nectar works. I have succeeded, but I cannot rest on my laurels. I shall give you another task that is something of a diversion. In science, sometimes you must step off the path of pure research and hack into the jungle of commerce.
What are you talking about? A diversion? You're starting to lose me with your metaphors.
My research requires expenditures, blasts, Bunsen burners, liability insurance, etc. I need new revenue streams.
You want me to help you make money, is that right?
Bluntly put, but in essence, yes. Exactly. I want you to be a spokesperson for my latest product. This is the concoction that you previously tested. I'm rebranding it as the Nectar of the Gods. Catchy, don't you think? It's yours for free, and I can even offer a guarantee.
What do you want me to do with it exactly? You already know it works, so you don't need me to just test it, do you?
I want you to participate in the battle arena. Then, in battle, you must drink the nectar in front of the entire crowd. If all those people see how well it works for you,
Then they'll come flocking to buy their own.
exactly. They'll see you drink the potion and think that it will make them as beautiful and powerful as you. Oh, how they'll be clamoring to give me their gill.
And it's all for the sake of science, right?
Science? What do you... Ah, yes. Yes, of course, for science. That goes without saying.
Is that you? It is, isn't it? You're the Knight of Light. Perhaps you could help me where others could not.
That depends on what you want me to do. So who are you?
Perhaps you have heard of me and my work. I am the man who uses forbidden alchemy to create the ensorcelled machine.
Alchemists investigate the very essence of souls and life, the original natural philosophers. Alchemy is an ancient discipline with many rules and laws. And it pains me to confess, I broke one of the most sacrosanct taboos of all.
Look, if it's forgiveness you're after, why don't you talk to the priests?
I seek redemption, but no priest can provide it. Behold, the fruits of my crime, the sorcery machine that I created.
That's your doing? That thing powered by chaos?
I had a feeling you'd understand. You could see its essence, can't you? Please, help me. Help us all. You have to destroy that thing. Already countless brave warriors have lost their lives at its hands.
The killings are not gonna end until someone stops that thing. And it looks like that someone has to be me.
Thank you. You're my last hope. Although I built the accursed thing, I am powerless to stop it. It's grown far stronger than I ever imagined it would. With each victory, it consumes the soul of its victim, and thus it grows more powerful.
Bloodsport fans, let me hear you! Our ultimate challenger is taking on the ultimate foe! The scourge of the slaughterhouse has defeated every other foe! Give it up for the indomitable Knight of Light! Lightning, it's your time!
Time for this. What's done is done. A power greater than chaos. Here I descend. I am the holy beast. transcend humanity.
Oh, how can I ever thank you enough? The machine has been defeated, and at last his soul can rest in peace. You have saved him.
You talk about that machine as if it was a living thing. Do you think machines have souls?
No, of course not. But that one, it was special. It was not like any other machine in the world. The truth is, my brother's soul was inside it.
Your brother?
It was my doing. Alchemy was the key. It was forbidden magic. I knew that, but I yearned to try it. I took the soul of my living brother and placed it inside the machine.
That's madness. Why would you do something like that?
When people stopped dying of old age, I lost sense of the true value of life. When I carried out that experiment, it wasn't just my brother who died. Now that my brother's soul has been released at last, there's only one thing left for me. I must pay the ultimate price.
You want to believe that dying will absolve you, but you know that's not true. It's the coward's way out, that's all. If you really care about redemption, then you have no choice but to keep on living. You have to regret what you did for the rest of your life, until the end comes.
And if I do that, if I live for eternity suffering the guilt of my crime, will I find forgiveness in the end? Will the guilt ever be lifted?
I wish I could promise it will, but either way, you owe it to yourself and the men who died, whether or not it brings forgiveness.
Please, only one flask of nectar per customer. No exceptions.
Well, you look busy.
The first moment I laid eyes on you, I knew. This woman is the Philosopher's Stone. She'll be the key to making gold.
All for science.
Of course. The search for the nature of all things requires money, and lots of it. This will enrich me. I mean, help my research immensely.
Fine, but if I hear you're handing out untested potions to customers again, your researching days will be over.
Oh, a threat? How frightening. But we're partners. Let's not argue. Besides, I haven't given you your reward. It's only right that you share in the fruits of my research, so this is for you.
What's this, a new recipe?
Yes, I have added chaos seeds to the brew. According to my calculations, this will greatly enhance your physical and your spiritual health. Allow me to share a fundamental truth. Human souls themselves are born from the chaos. The discovery shook the alchemic world to its core, but years of research have borne out the results. My latest concoction is a result of this discovery, and one of the first practical applications.
Our souls come from the chaos? Why do you think that?
Years of research, I say. Whether you choose to believe it or not, that's up to you. Both the chaos and human souls are ephemeral things. They defy understanding and elude comprehension. To try to define them with theories is like trying to hold smoke in the hand. Welcome.
We don't collect enough food and firewood. Well, that spells trouble for everyone.
What is it? You're getting better. Good. I'm happy to hear it.
I'm glad you could help the Chocobo. Well done, Light. So, what do you say? Why don't you saddle up and head for Rocky Crag?
Right. I need to know more about what's behind the story of the Great Chaos. And that means checking out that temple.
In the foothills near the temple is an isolated settlement called Polta. It's inhabited by disciples of the goddess Etro.
A whole village of heretics who've turned their backs on the Order.
Heretics they may be, but they aren't fanatics. They fled from persecution in the city. They only want to be left alone.
Then, I don't think they'll appreciate a stranger dropping by.
Well, you won't know until you go. Polta lies at the edge of Rocky Crag.
Show 'em what you can do. Eyes to the future.
Light's too fast.
Try to keep up.
You are truly one of the few people who dare travel here. This is a terribly desolate place. A graveyard for many wrecked airships. Perhaps this is the result of the wave of destruction that occurred 500 years ago.
Yule's flowers.
entrance near the temple. You should talk to the villagers before venturing inside.
Is this a dead ship?
Originally. Now it looks as though it's someone's home.